Farm Rivoli. Julia is not long out of young rider ranks, and this is a horse that she's brought up herself. He's another horse with a sensational temperament. Tries his heart out.
Is he locally bred, or do you know?
He's by one of Emma Youngman's stallions.
Ah, okay.
I think his stable name's Rafter. I'm not sure if it's after Pat Rafter or not. No. He has an expressive trot.
Yeah. He does. And the horses need to step over their footfalls, and he's working towards that. Good beginning to the half pass, set up well.
Yes, and she's
keeping
really holding her line across there. That was a good effort. Very steep angle.
And perhaps pretty good on the way to the left. Shoulders could lead a little more, but the huge reach that the horse has and ground cover.
Perhaps not. The halt could have been a little more on the marker. It was just a slightly progressive into the halt. We'd like to see a little bit more snappy.
Clear steps, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Still
and willing steps too. That's
in the passage. We need some. Ideally, we'd like to see some more regular steps and some more lift, and for the horse to carry a little more so that he stays off the ground at the front, but also straighter. So you might see him swinging a little.
The straightness is so important, and that's a balance issue. Balance and
and strength, isn't it, as well? Yeah. Not so. This is an opportunity where the judges' marks might vary from behind. Might not have seen the horse swinging quite as much, but for the judges on the side, and that's their job, they would have been able to see that.
He moved into the extended walk very willingly, perhaps a little more freedom through the shoulders and a little more suppleness over the back.
So this collected walk's probably slightly better quality
yes, and
than the
he's
extended.
able to maintain a good outline.
So that's the problem with the canter in the passage depart. So that will not be smiled upon by the judges.
And that's an expensive mistake too, because that's worth a halting marks.
All by itself, nothing else in it. And again, this horse is still developing his passage, you'd have to say. He seems to have the piaffe a bit more under control, but the passage is a work in progress. Quite an achievement, really, to take this horse from owning it at the beginning from nothing to this level.
I think it's a great achievement. I think we sometimes lose sight of what a great achievement it is.
Yeah.
We've had young riders, we've had new combinations in this class. It is a great achievement.
So we still have a little swinging, which is the changes were all clean, they were all through. Just like to see him carry more on the hind legs so that the work is straighter. And again, the transition from the extended trot back to collected trot and flying change needs, canter, Jan's just reminding me, but it does need to be very crisp, and that transition was a touch progressive, but the change was clean.
Probably safe in a way, because that's where to get the marks it's got to be very fluid and really in a stride to show the difference.
15 clear.
Yes, we got our changes, and from where we're sitting now, it was certainly some swinging.
Sort of holding our breath a little.
I think the
Yes.
judges would also note that
Yes.
perhaps they weren't so well set up in that they weren't on the diagonal line balanced, so the same number of strides before X as
yes.
after.
Yeah.
But maybe she wasn't quite ready to start.
And that's the wise rider that takes a bit more time to set it up,
Yes.
rather than knowing that you're
Yeah.
supposed to start at that point. Just take a bit more time. A better job with the second
Yes.
pirouette.
But he's showing, just showing signs of how a young horse copes with the hard movements of Grand Prix. But he's certainly not being phased by it.
Horses don't do Grand Prix, Jan, do they, till they're 8?
According to our rules,
yes.
yes, they have to be 8, so that's an indication of, and that age limit wasn't always in place, and there wasn't an age limit, and then it was 7, and now it's 8. So
It's indicative of the amount of muscle development that's
Yes.
required, and both mental and physical
Yeah.
development, really,
And-
yes. Big demands on the horse's mental capacity in these tests, which is why not all of them make it.
no, and this horse, while he's got some balance and strength issues, he's certainly very willing. He's a lovely looking
He's lovely, isn't he? Yes.
horse too. He's really attractive.